Combine the E minor scale with a one string accompaniment and you got yourself a beautiful, powerful and pounding musical idea. The music I'm playing right now is called Asturias. It was written by Isaac Albeniz, a Spanish composer born in 1892. Now, the first time I listened to this song, it was probably 25 years ago. I think I was 10, 11 years old, and my dad brought me this cassette full of classical pieces. I remember the canon in D, and then there was some Bach and Beethoven, and a couple of pieces played with the classical guitar. One of these pieces was obviously the beautiful Asturias, which back then I thought it was played with two guitars. Now, I was just a little kid back then, so I didn't really know how the guitar worked, but I could hear the melody. And then something else played along with the melody, which now I know is this B string repeated over and over. Then all of a sudden something adds up to the chords and the melody, this much richer and faster accompaniment. And then obviously the climax when we have this strummed chord followed by the melody and a lot of notes. Now, as a little kid, I always pictured two guitar players. One guy would strum the chord and the other one would just play the melody. Asturias was never meant to be played on the guitar. It was actually written for the piano and it was in G minor key. Can you imagine to play this song in G minor on the guitar? It would be basically impossible. It was then transcribed and played on classical guitar. I think one of the most popular transcription was by Andres Segovia, which also played, the song beautifully. Let's analyze this beautiful piece and see how we can play it and why this piece sounds so beautiful. It's obviously quite a long piece, guys, so I'm gonna give you a shorter version in which we take a look at the melody, the accompaniment, all the way up to the strummed chords, and then we're gonna go back to the main melody. Now, first of all, we are in E minor, which is a good thing because the guitar sounds beautiful in E minor. And Asturias starts with a beautiful melody played with the E natural minor scale, which is this one. E, F sharp and G, A, B, C, D, and E. The melody is this one. Now, if there is one interval in music that can make whatever it is that you are playing powerful, is this beautiful jump between the perfect fifth and the minor sixth. And Asturias starts with these three notes. So we start with the root note and then the fifth and then the sixth. Then we go to the fourth, back to the fifth, and down to the minor third. So in this first step, you can learn how to play the melody just like this. It's very simple to play. And then you can add the accompaniment, which is the B string open. We are going to alternate the note of the melody with the B string open, like this. Now, moving on to the B chord, the melody will be played in a slightly different way, like this. to be the first note played over the B major chord. The B string adds so much body and rhythm to the melody. It works perfectly for the E minor chord and for the B major chord. So far we already used a bunch of beautiful musical elements. We used the E natural minor scale. We used the one note accompaniment with the B string. And two beautiful chords, the E minor and the B major chord. The second section takes the accompaniment to a whole new level. We're going to add way more notes and rhythm to the melody, like this. Now obviously I'm playing the same melody in the same position. That's the reason why I'm using this weird fingering. So I basically have the B string open and the top E string fret number 7. I have this double B. And I decided to play the melody in the same position. However, I can reorganize the melody in a different position and play it like this. I have the top E string fret number 7, and then the melody will be played on the G string. Like this. We will also emphasize the first note of the melody with a double E. So we're gonna have the low E string and the A string fret number 7. They both played with the thumb. Then I have the B string with the index and the E string with the middle. The melody is now even bigger with such a beautiful and richer accompaniment that adds so much color and passion. We are playing such a wide range of notes starting from the low E string with a double E, as well as the melody played in this perfect middle range, all the way to the double B played on the top 2 strings. Now just think about it. The guitar only has 6 strings, and we play these 6 strings with just 4 fingers. The index, middle, ring, and pinky. So with Asturias, we are really squeezing in all the possibilities that the guitar can offer. The third section is quite fascinating and extremely challenging as we add a strummed chord to the melody. Playing this song on the acoustic guitar is not easy. I think the steel strings sound way too bright, and I prefer the classical guitar. I think it's more melodic and harmonious, especially on the strum. Now let's break down this section. We're basically doing 3 things. We're gonna strum one chord, in this case the B major chord. We're gonna play one note of the melody on the D string. And we're gonna play the B string twice, with the middle and with the index. So I have... And then I keep going with the melody. I'll strum the chord again, and I'll play the same melody. Then one more strum, and the melody played like this. When I play it faster, I will strum with the ring, middle, and index finger. I will use this technique called rasgueado. I think I recorded a video using this technique, so I'm going to link it down below. And then I keep going with the melody. challenging yet beautiful, and I love how the same melody is reproposed over and over without never getting boring. Now after this section we're gonna have a lot more chords. Obviously we can't cover them all, so from this chord you can then go back to the E minor and play the same riff. We kind of play it as a shorter version of the song. So once you're done with the melody, you go back to the main riff. Asturias is one of the most beautiful classical pieces on the guitar. The awesome thing is that you don't have to learn the whole song. If learning just a simple melody, it's enough to make you grab the guitar over and over, then just go for it. With classical pieces, sometimes we feel that we have to play the whole thing. However, I think that everything can be simplified, and so even Asturias can be broken down into simple steps. So start with this beautiful melody, and then when you feel ready, add the B string, just one string, and keep alternating this string to the melody. Then when you feel ready, add more strings, and then at some point you should be able to add this beautiful chord played with the rasgueado technique. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know if you like it, and as always, take it step by step. I'll see you next time.